Well, I said I would do more of these, wouldn't I? So, yes. Hello. It is relatively late on Thursday evening. And I just got back from watching a movie. So, what movie did I watch? I actually watched, I know Sonic the Hedgehog is coming out. But honestly, another movie was also coming out this week that was actually getting better reviews than Sonic, so I thought I would watch what I thought was the better movie. And I'm actually really glad I saw this because this is the first movie I've seen that, well, actually I should explain what it was. I saw the movie The Photograph. This is actually the first movie that I've seen in a long time, and by extension the first one of these types of videos I'm doing, that features, essentially, this is a romance movie. Now, romance comedy, it's romance and a little bit of drama. The premise is a little bit difficult to follow. Basically, it's one of those sort of, past, present type scenarios where you follow. It's about these two people, one guy, one girl. One played by Issa Rae, who I will be honest, I only remember her because she was on Hot Ones, which I'll get into tomorrow. Which I'll get into today's episode tomorrow morning. But so basically, you follow this one guy who was a writer who is trying to get this one job in London. And in the meantime, he's doing this one sort of story that features photography work by this one woman who had recently passed away. Well, her daughter received sort of letters from this woman who has passed away, and I'll admit, this story is a little bit hard to follow. I mean, I was able to follow it, but it's difficult for me to be able to explain it. Honestly, I'm kind of glad for that, just because this really is a good movie. And it's actually the kind of movie that I'm glad I saw for the reason that, of course I could have seen, Sonic. I could have seen other things in the theater, but again, it sort of follows in the New Year's resolution of I have trying to sort of be more adventurous in expanding what I like to do in certain areas. And I'm not gonna lie, this was good. I honestly really recommend this movie. I mean, without giving away too much, this is no surprise. The guy and the girl do end up together, but they do so in a way that, some people really wouldn't expect. I'll just leave it at that. So in the end, it was really good. And I think the important thing about this movie is the message that it gives. Basically, well, for starters, love really can transcend both distance and time. As well as, don't be afraid to be able to communicate as well as, discuss things a little bit more. Again, there's one part of the movie where, again, the photographer left her home in Louisiana to pursue a career in New York. And this took place in the 1980s. So, this part of the story, anyway, the flashback. And when, the first time she was able to get, a home phone, that's when she finally calls home and she learns that a lot of stuff happened. And the fact that she didn't, say she was leaving, it doesn't really help either. I'm what did you expect was going to happen? You left without really telling anyone goodbye. So, it was kind of one of those, sorts of scenarios. But I'm glad that the movie takes the route that it does in the end. Where, okay, you know what, I'll just give away the ending. The guy gets the job in London. he accepts the job, but he also wants to be with Issa Rae. So rather than doing the sappy traditional, oh, I'm going to stay and I'll pursue a job elsewhere, he stays in London, but they keep it long distance. And you know what? That's good. It really does transcend the concept that if love really is that strong, it's going to transcend distance and time. So, actually, there is a time difference between London and America, so, yeah, that works. Yeah, so all in all, it was a good movie. I'd recommend it for, taking your special someone out for Valentine's Day weekend. Although I saw it because I'm a single loser who couldn't really think of anything better to do on a Thursday evening. Yeah, of course I would do this to myself. I don't really need to put myself in any sort of physical harm to entertain you people. Anyway, let's get into the trailers I saw. See, I wrote down the trailers you see. Okay, let's see, okay. I don't want to give away too much as to what Bad Trip is. That's the name of the movie, Bad Trip. Because it's made from the same creators as a certain movie franchise whose name I can't really say aloud, as well as a segment from those movie franchise called Bad Grandpa. Yeah, that's what Bad Trip is. I'm going to let you play around with that. Let's see. Okay, so this is actually the first time I saw the trailer for the live-action Mulan movie as well. Okay. I get the feeling it's going to be Mulan in name only. Just because. Let's see. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Got that movie trailer as well. Paul Rudd looks like he's going to be awesome in it. Honestly, it's one of the most hyped movies of this year, so I think it'll be good. The Way Back, I talked about this last week. The Ben Affleck movie about basketball. It looks good. I see Ben Affleck doing stuff. The Lovebirds, which makes sense they have this trailer. Issa Rae is in The Lovebirds, and she was in this movie that I saw. Is What's Going On, Johnny? That movie actually looks like it's going to be funny. I hope it's funny. The Invisible Man. Okay, The Invisible Man actually looks like, okay, Elizabeth Moss. Let's see if you can actually carry a movie. Well, she can carry a movie, but a movie like this, a thriller, so horror thriller actually, so we'll see. And Fast and Furious 9, which features John Cena. Da, 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 da. So yeah, those were the trailers I saw. I'm sorry I can't really talk about any more of this movie because, again, it's kind of hard to talk about it without. Well, first of all, the premise is relatively difficult to explain unless you're really following it, which I was, but it's still hard for me to explain. And second of all, romance really isn't one of my strong suits, but what can I say? I am a single loser. And now I made myself even feel worse for the fact I'm going to be single tomorrow. I'm going to have stuff to think about between now and then. Hopefully it won't be so bad. But yeah, I would, as for seeing the movie The Photograph, I recommend it. It was fun. I'm glad I saw it. And I definitely am probably going to show this to my family up at Cuca Lake because we have movie channels up at Cuca Lake. So, yeah, I'll recommend it. Although, I'll tell you what though, this movie was a lot longer than I thought it would be because I looked and it's only 106 minutes. No, it's an hour 46 minutes. So, it's a bit of a sit. Not too bad. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn was longer. and a little bit later. But yeah, later in terms of when I saw the movie. Truth be told, the photograph started off at 5:10, and I didn't really get myself much in terms of like popcorn or anything because I wanted to get myself some dinner afterwards. And it was still pretty early. So, yeah. All in all, this is a good movie. I mean, it makes you feel good. You know, it's sort of progressive and it's kind of what the message is in terms of what you would expect the romance to end. So, yeah. I wholly recommend it, and, you know, if it's on TV, I'll probably show my folks, you know, if I ever get the opportunity to do it. And, you know, if you're looking for something to take your date to for Valentine's Day, you know, have them go see a movie. Although, if you really want to be romantic, I would say make dinner at home, then go see the movie. Seriously, it's actually supposed to be more apropos to make dinner for your special someone, and then do whatever. That's actually something I would do for a day on Valentine's Day. I actually would make my Valentine dinner if I had one. I was literally this close to doing the whole Fairly Odd Parents. If I had one. Oh, sorry, lost the happy, but the happy's back. I really hope somebody gets that reference. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, turn notifications on YouTube. I am very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy. I hope we all had a wonderful Thursday. See you tomorrow morning. And remember, you guys want to talk to chat, most of me here in London here. Always are back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.